Morning, welcome back. Whew, we do not have anything planned today, and I've been putting off this project forever, and I plan on working out today, hence the no makeup in the hair and the workout clothes. And I say plan on. I am the laziest outer ever. It's actually something I don't like about myself and would love to change, but it helps if I get dressed in my workout clothes in the morning and then I have that reminder all day, like, get your butt to working out. Anyway, this project I've been putting off forever because I don't want to do it. You can kind of see part of it behind me, but this is my office, and it also, I guess you could used to call it like where I kept all our homeschool storage and everything. But my last kid, Jericho, is going into 3rd grade in public school, and so I don't have a need for homeschooling stuff anymore. So this whole room needs a reorganization. It really needs help. So that's what I'm going to do today. And the kids have already started helping. Like, Julia went through all the markers and did like the marker test to see the markers. And I'm really thinking about moving all the kids' stuff downstairs to the basement to our storage room, because when I flip the camera around and show you, you will see why I don't want their stuff up here anymore. Here is the closet. So the stuff down there is pretty well organized. Could use a little bit of help right here, but this is like all my sticker stuff, personal stuff. This whole section up here is what I really need to go through. This is like craft stuff, and I really just need to reorganize that. But this is what I walk into every day when they get their craft stuff out. And yes, they could put it away, but they don't. And so I'm just really tired of it being in here. This is also our little music room, so that stuff will stay. But again, my desk kind of needs some help as well. So we're just going to tackle mostly this and this today. All right, I have just started sorting through. These are the colored pencils, and I really just throw them all in the same bin, but sometimes they're more apt to use them, like if you group, like these are all the erasable ones, which these are really cool colored pencils. I think they're Crayola erasable, but those are cool. So if you just kind of group them together, like these are the nicer ones, then they're much more apt to like grab a pack of them and go color. These are just all the junky ones, which contemplated tossing the whole thing out, but I don't know, I just can't do it. So that's what I'm working on here, and it helps to just group stuff together. So markers, crayons, I'm gonna find a bin for the crayons because it works better than a bag. And then this is just sketch paper, watercolor paper, and this kind of stuff, like all these little books. They're like activity books, so I have a tub that those go in as well. So I don't know about you guys, but I try my hardest to stay organized, and I think all of this chaos happens when I ask the kids to put stuff away, and their idea of putting stuff away is completely different from my idea of putting stuff away. You know, to them, if it's in that little trolley thing, that's putting it away, and I guess technically it is. But really, I love having a place for everything, and you can see those things that I just put away there. Those are those dot paints, which are super fun. We've had those since the kids were toddlers, and they're awesome. And you can actually get them, find them for a really good deal at TJ Maxx. They're way cheaper than at a regular store. But I don't know about you guys, but anyway, I really like a certain place for the same kind of thing. I just feel like it gets used better that way, and it's easier to find, and the kids are much more apt to play with things if they're organized. So I try my hardest to stay organized, and I really only do this sort of like clean out once, maybe twice a year. Like we will do the basement and get the toys all organized generally in November, right before Christmas time. Whole cart unloaded. Oh, something's hiding. And what I have done is I've just sort of made piles of different things, and now I will have to find new homes for it all. So there's all the piles, and then I'm keeping a little list next to me of just stuff that I see that we might need as I'm going through things and tossing out old stuff. Now we're gonna tackle this stuff up here before I reorganize, because there's probably some stuff that needs to be added with the piles down below. Alright, you can see that I'm just taking everything out. I'm a very firm believer that you have to pull everything out of a space before you can organize it, because you have to be able to see what you have to even be able to make piles. So I just take everything out and start from scratch before I put anything back in. I have pulled all of that out, and now I'm gonna go through these individual bins and just throw stuff away, reorganize. I think I might want some different bins because these are really, what's the word? Flimsy? I think I might want some more sturdy bins so they don't sag all over the place when they're up on the shelf. You guys ever just have random stuff that you're like, why in the world do we have this? This, I'm pretty sure, is from our big junk drawer when we moved from Michigan to Illinois. And then we moved from Illinois back to Michigan, and this stuff has stayed in this bag. Clearly, I have not used it in 2+ years, so why do I still have this bag of crap? Anyway, I'm gonna go through it, but I'm pretty sure everything in here is pretty junky, so I'll let you know what I keep. A pile of stuff is what we're keeping from that whole bag. These things never go bad, so I have a place for those. We kept some Post-its, some night lights, super glue. I'm gonna put these out in the garage because it's always nice to just have an extra pair. There were actually 2 Sharpies out of all that weren't dried out, and then I'll go put this stuff in the toolbox. And I've been looking for this thing. This is my paint can opener, which I love, so that'll go down with my paint stuff in the storage room. I have to remind myself that this gets better. No, this gets worse before it gets better, because I've been at it for a good hour and a half, almost 2 hours now, and nothing is put where it needs to go. But I'm getting closer. I'm gonna start working on the piles. Like that whole pile needs to go to the junk drawer. I need to find a tub for the crayons. But it's getting there. All right, this is the finished product. I organized my desk, got that all taken care of. That's a whole thing of trash that needs to go out. I know what all that is, so I didn't need to do anything with that, but I organized all of this. This is my craft stuff that I don't want the kids getting into, and then this is the kids' really messy or really small pieces stuff that I want to stay up here. Like I said, all the rest I don't need to do anything with. The only craft stuff that I am keeping in this room is this little pile right here. And so it has some activity books, and then these are 2 art kits, so it has crayons and markers in it. And then these are some handwriting books that we work on periodically. this like learning game. Jericho's working on his times table, so that little thing. And then I read to the kids every day, and they can have like a little toy to play with while like a little fidget thing, and so that's what this is. And then they do really like to do the dry erase board, so I left that up here as well. And then all of this is going downstairs in the storage room. So found a bin for the crayons. These are all good markers. We tested them all. And then I did end up throwing out the colored pencils, just kind of the random stuff. That's a pack of pens, a pack of watercolor pencils, and then I grouped all of the nicer ones together. And so those are all taken care of. And then this are those, what do you call these, Julia?
Design tiles.
Fashion tiles or design tiles or whatever. You like use the crayon, put it in the thing, rub the crayon over it with the paper, and then you make all these fun designs. So that's more like a game that goes downstairs. So we're gonna get this all downstairs. I organized this. They have tons of construction paper, some extra coloring books, and some scissors and such. So that'll go downstairs, and hopefully that will keep my office clean and not full of kids stuff. Julia's gonna help me carry it down, but hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you in the next one.